Hello everybody, I'm Daisuke from Pick and Play, and we're going to be going over the initial setup for your mansion. Now if you're planning on doing the borders for the private bedrooms, I'll show you how to set this up. This only pertains to the people who are planning on dividing up the land inside the bedrooms. So once you get it rezzed out, I suggest bring it into the ground just a little bit, and then right click on the land, go to about land, edit terrain, and you want to get one of these squares to line up. Make sure this is the most center of your sim if it's close to the size of the house. So I think we're going to do that one. So we're going to go up just a little bit and then in a little bit. Now we're going to go to objects, and we got meters. We're going to round this up. Oh, round it to the nearest whole meter. So it's 90.4. We're going to round it to 90. We got 141.4. So 141 is going to be the closest. And once it's squared off, you want to verify. So right click, edit terrain, left click. See how we're off? And then we're going to round it to the... So 142. Edit terrain. See how the lines are right inside it? Now when I stop moving, you can't see it because it's right inside. That's how you want it. Now that you have it, we're going to drag this up. We're going to res, and it's going to res out these red squares. So this is the front of the house. This is the back of the house. We're going to turn it 270 squared up. You see how I just moved it over? That means it's not in alignment anymore. No big deal. Now we're going to drop it into the ground again. Right click, edit terrain. So we just need to go over about 1 meter, I would say. Then we're going to round it. 126 is the nearest. Edit terrain. Square. There's 6 main bedrooms in the house, and this relates to them. These 2 bedrooms here are on level 2. These 2 are in the back. You know what? I'm going to move this again. Better to do this now before you cut up your land. I'm going to drop this back into the ground again. Edit terrain. So the reason why I'm looking here is to see if I really want to go about to here, which is a little close. my driveway's right there, and our driveway's there. So I want to line this up to over here decently well. So I think I am going to go ahead and edit about there. I have short-term memory, so edit terrain. And if you're not sure, you can always res the house and de-resin, which I'm going to do and show you. About land, no, edit terrain. Nearest hole is 70 meters. This is going to be 142. When you mess up, no big deal. Drag once, you know, select it, hit Control Z, Control Z. 142. We're going to verify one more time. You notice I go inside, so it's a bit easier. You don't actually have to, it's just habit for me. Okay, now what we're going to do, drag this up. And the reason why I do this, when the ground's right there, you don't want anything to res out sideways, hit it, break, and not align. So just kind of bring it up just to be on the safe side. And let me close this. Left click here, and we're going to hit res. And just after it says it has everything resed out, just give it a little bit more time just to double check. It's just like resing a vehicle. When you res a vehicle, sometimes it takes a little bit for it to actually res out and come into place. So give the land enough time to res out your house. There is a lot of pieces, and some of them are really, really big. So they're going to take a little bit of time to load in sometimes. The res box will be in the garage. Let me find the garage. There you go. And you can also hit this, hit cloak, and it will hide all the chains and everything, so it's a little bit easier to see. We're going to edit, and we're going to bring down. If you go too far and it pushes it into the ground and some of it breaks, don't freak out. Just de-res and then re-res from the res box. If you don't feel comfortable doing controls through here, you can also hit Z and do a little bit of time, or just push and hold. The bowling alley is the lowest part in the house. So when you lower the house, you want to make sure land does not come through this part of the house. I think that looks good. So now I'm going to try to find my res box again. I'm going to derez the house, or uncloak first, then derez the house. Once you know the bedroom you want, you can choose to cut out just one or all of them. It's up to you. My husband and I decided to do this one, so we're going to just kind of drag it down like that. Right click, edit terrain. We're going to verify, looks good. We're going to do subdivide. And you can read this: split parcel into 2 parcels, can have its own settings, blah, 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 blah. We're going to hit OK. Now that land has been divided. Now, if you look, that one place. But if we teleport into it, it's still set the same. But I can go to land, options, and avatar parcels. You can see in chat. When you uncheck that, everybody out there and the rest of the house can't see or hear you. And you can even put up ban lines for in here. You can also change the picture, radio streams, everything. So we've got that here. Our kids' rooms are going to be here. Our kids are adults. So even though we'll probably just leave everything open, I think we're going to go ahead and just divide everything so y'all can see it of how I do this. So right click, about land. Nope, sorry. Right click, edit terrain. And we are going to left click on the ground and drag. Let go, subdivide. Show you again. We're going to left click, drag, subdivide. Left click, drag, subdivide. It's that easy. Left click, drag, subdivide. And if you look, you can see how each one is parceled off. Now when you're done, you can derez these. Again, drag your box up. You can even see the lands. Now you see this? This is saying this is one room, I think. Now there's a line there. So, and if you're not sure, go to about land, and you can go like bedroom 2, enter about land, bedroom 1. See, so they are separate. Now we're going to res out the house. That looks like everything, so we're going to come in, right, I'm going to cloak this. I like to cloak it because it gets rid of the hover text, but it gets rid of all of these particles, which is more running scripts. So now we are going to drag. And what I'm going to do is get my camera I think I'm going to do it there. Okay. So now that we have our house in place, I'm going to teleport over here, land, options, and I have all the rooms where I can see right now. And this isn't really important, but if you have family or friends out and you're working, anytime you go into a room or anything like that, it won't cut out voice and you won't see them. So we know we have our house exactly where we want it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down, we're going to left click, and we're going to hit finish. Now, right click edit, we're going to unlink. And you can delete this, but I suggest leaving this. Go to texture, full bright on, off, glow on, glow off. Make sure stretch from both sides is turned on. Bring that down to about like that. And then you can go to transparency 100, object lock. So if you mess up anything on the house, or you break anything, you retexture the wrong thing, you can just hit Control T, and then you can delete the house and re-res it. So I'm not going to do the whole mod, but I'll just show you how to flush everything in. So I suggest starting with the main pieces. Just right click, and then you're going to hit edit link, left click, and you can, if you mess up where it stretches from both sides, just hit Control Z, stretch, and you can just drag that down like that. You can do that the same thing with rock pieces. If you're coming in here with landscaping, you don't have to drag all the way down. So we've got line here, so these I suggest dragging all the way down. On these, just go enough where you know your landscaping is going to be from here to here. When these get bigger, land impact can go up on some of those pieces, just so you're aware. It's very simple, very easy, and fast. You'll notice some of them will stretch and move. It's because they are set with planar. Sorry, I think I said that wrong. And then over here should be fine. I'll just go ahead and just drop that. All of that's already there. So that was really fast and easy. Oop. Okay. So, we're going to start with the elevator. You want to put your camera inside the elevator, right click and edit the elevator. You're going to go to contents. There's only one script here. You're going to open that script, enlarge it so you can see it. These numbers are going to be the floor. So this number is floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. Floor 1 is the elevator. You're going to go to objects. That Z part is your altitude. So just drag this up a little bit. This line right here, we are set on edit axis at root. The root's the bottom. So this line, we're going to just drag just a little bit underneath the floor. Then we're going to go ahead and copy the height and paste it right there in the first line. Now we're going to go to floor 2 and we're going to do the exact same thing. Drag the line just above the floor and then right underneath the floor, copy, paste. Now we're going to go to level 3. We're going to copy, paste, then we're going to save. Now we have to actually turn the scripts on for the elevator. We're going to right click on the elevator, more again, scripts, run scripts, hit OK. You'll see everything load up. We're going to hit close, and now we're going to refresh the scripts. I always suggest this. Go to, edit the elevator, go to contents, and then we're going to refresh. Sorry, reset scripts. To make sure it works, you just hit the green call button. I suggest to always go from 0 and up. We're good there. Oh, you should always let the elevator close before going to the next floor, because sometimes it will hang up. If it does that, it's no big deal. Just click the floor you want to go to again, and it will reset the script and bring you back to it. Back to 0. Now you're going to do the exact same thing for the vehicle elevator lift. Right click, edit, open the floor, the scripts, and let's just bring this up a little. It's a little high, so we'll do there. Objects, Control A, C. We're going to paste it into the second set since that's the top floor. Then we're going to drag it on down. Control C onto the first one. Then we're going to save. Right click, more, scripts, run scripts. We're going to close that. Right click, edit, content, reset script. And that should be it. We'll do a test. Green is up, red is down. Okay, now this other device you don't have to set up. This is only for vehicles that are really heavy and the elevator is having a problem with. Out of all the vehicles I've tested, I only had one truck that had a hard time getting up this. So I put this into place. If you left click and hit accept, it'll give you a folder. You can only do this with vehicles that are modifiable. You want to drop this script into the root of your vehicle, and the root is when you right click and edit on anything, that first contents tab, that's your root. And you'll just drop that in. Once you've done that, I'll go ahead and delete that. You can come in here, right click edit, and you can drag this down. Don't go any farther than right above the floor, because this will conflict with the elevator. Once you've done that, hit reset scripts. That's simple. Then we are going to come out here. And you see these numbers, you're going to right click, Control C, open up the elevator, right click edit, and you'll see numbers here. You'll paste that in, and what I always tell people is add an extra meter to that last number. So we've got 85, we're going to put 86. And I'll show you how this works. I'll even res out one of my vehicles. The small green button puts the HUD on you. And what this HUD is, sorry, we'll bring it back in. When you're done, you can make this invisible. This will not go back up by itself, so when you're done, you'll want to click it again and it will go back up. If it doesn't and you hit it again, you just end up back in the driveway. If that happens, you just close it. This is put as a HUD, so you don't have to try to cam anywhere. So we're going to use Silver Fire. We'll do the yellow one and black one. My sounds are down. I don't want to blow y'all's ears out with my bike sounds. There's bumps here to catch your tires. Now we're just going to go up. And if your bike, or not bike, if your vehicle was to get stuck here, you could just click this and it will push you out. Now let me show you how this. That simple. Okay, now for the next part. For the roads, you'll notice you have a driveway on two sides. I did this because just in case people want to set things up a very specific way, they can get different types of accesses. So on the roads, you have three rows. 90, and I'll go ahead and res them out. A 90, a straight, and then up. Accidentally deleted my driveway. So, I always suggest start with what you know. So we know our driveway is over here. We're going to zoom in because it's between two properties. Oops. So we'll put that there, and we'll drag it over just a little. Now, if you're doing a turn that's not like a 90, to prevent texture flash, I can't talk today. Flickering? Sorry, I am tired. To prevent texture flickering, you can always, and I'm not going to build this whole thing because this will take me a little while. You can always go just a little above. You don't want to go too high because people will see that line. But just go just a little above. You can also go to select face. This is a PBR, so if you're seeing this, just go to PBR. And then you can just drag it until it fits. That simple. And you can build your driveway all the way up to your vehicle. This is an up or down, however you decide to do your build. If you need your up to be greater or less than, you can just drag it up or drag it down. Now, if you go greater than, that's an incline. So make sure you can drag it out if you need to. And I believe that is it.